Hello everybody, this is my review of Hotel de Luna, starring IU! Oh my god, you are my dream! I can't do it! Okay. As Malwar, or Zhang Malwar, Zhang Malwar. And Yojigu as Kucha-san. Like Kucha-san shit. Shin Jong-kyun as Mr. Kim! Oh my god, he was so good in this drama. And Bae-san as Mrs. Choi. Oh, the dark grudge and her story. She was good, and she's beautiful. 여보세요. And P.O. La 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 na 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 na. He plays Ji Hyun-jung. Oh, his story. He loved his sister. He waited 70 years. And Kang Mina plays Yuna. And Cho Hyun-chol plays Sanchez. And Park Hyuna as Mari, and Park Hyuna as Mira, Lee Dong-hyun as Ko Chang-myung, Lee Tae-sun and Lee Tae-sung as Yoonwoo. Oh, that's the backstory. Anyway, I'm just on top of the moments that I like. Spoilers. So Hotel de Luna, it's a hotel for the dead. It's like a pit stop before they go to heaven. Some spirits, they don't go. There are evil spirits where they get like evaporated, like or disintegrated, and you see them going. They're in pain. But this one, you see that she has a story, because I think it's like 1,000 years in the past. She meets this inn lady, like where is the inn of the moon or something like that. She's like, oh, don't worry, you'll find it. She swung her sword. The inn starts building. Next, we find out she's the new owner of the inn. Well, she's been the inn owner for like 1,000 years. Oh, she has 3 workers. Well, she has a lot of workers, but the main 3 are Mr. Choi, Mr. Kim, Mrs. Che, and Ji Hyun. Yeah. He's not the bellhop, but he's the front desk. The thing is, this hotel is amazing. It has a beach inside, they have different attractions, and they have some crazy guests. Room 13. So it starts in the beginning that you see God. Okay, well, many versions of God. I think there's 5. There's the one that's like calm, collective, always working on flowers. The one that picks flowers. The one that's like a beggar, a gambler. The other one that's like lovey-dovey. And then the stern one that, you know, sends you to hell. She's kind of like the Grim Reaper. Yeah, but we do have a Grim Reaper. So how these characters get together, Kucha-san and Manwat, his dad was dying. Well, he stole from them, but they only had like a little bit of money. He's like, he stole like the box, the cashier. So he's there at the hotel, like he's still living. But the thing is, he sees the tree and he makes a deal with her. He's like, I can't die. My son needs me. Okay, in 20 years, your son is mine. And he's like stuck. He's like, if I do this, no, because he kind of doesn't want to do it, but it's like he needs to. He's like, yes, no, because his son's gonna live without him. He's like, I'll do it, okay. So what we find out now, like he passed away 20 years later, but he was moving from different countries to get away. Superstition, because he's getting an interview at a job. He's like, oh, I see you went to Harvard, all this, and then they meet. They meet in the train and like, come here, this is where we're supposed to work. He's like, how come you didn't get me? 1 year, because I think she just forgot, because the 20 years have passed. It's 21 years, and he was all shocked, like, oh. And then he does go to the hotel, nothing but ghosts. She's telling him, you're mine. And then it was funny because he brought back, no, she gave him money for him. He left. He wanted to return. The dad wanted to return it. He returns the money, and she's like, thank you. All right, so we're done. No more. Like, no. He thought it was going to be the end of the deal. She gives him the sight. He's able to see ghosts, and he's freaking out. Like, oh, my God. Ah! He sees the one ghost that has no eyes, that's blind, and he's like, he sees many ghosts, and he's freaked out. So there's many different ghost stories. So the first one deals with Yuna, because she gets killed. But what happened was, I think it was a dream catcher or something, the chain. She gets stuck in her bully's body. The bully's soul is out there. So the thing is, she goes to her, back to Hotel Luna. She's like, she stole my body, and told her the whole thing like that. Like, oh, so she's the bully. So she goes to the parents and tells the parents, you have a decision. I forgot. Well, anyway, what happened was they made the bad decision because they burnt the necklace, the evidence that she killed Yuna. And the thing is, they said whatever you do is going to have an effect on her soul. It literally did, because she started fading away. Not burning, but she faded. I don't know where she went. Maybe heaven. Oh, that is one thing. When you go to heaven, you have a car take you that says to heaven, and then you walk the Sphinx, the long bridge. And every time you walk, your memories fade away. Now talking about memories. So, Kuchang-san, he is having dreams of her past. Mangwal, and he sees her with a dude that she loves. Well, I think she loves the other one. Too. Yungo. He sees all these memories, and she's like, what is going on? And then she sees little by little, he's meant to be here. Because the flower version of God wanted to give him flowers before. But it's funny, there's a guy like Chung Ji-yoon or Chung Ji-hyun. He eats a lot. He is a legend. Oh, like, he gets all these foods and it's like, that's my idol. She takes a picture of everything, like he sat here or he ate here. And she takes a picture of him like, oh my God. She takes a lot of food pictures. She's a foodie. But with every episode, we learn something more about her. We learned that she's a rebel bandit. She's a leader of rebels. She's a rebel leader. They steal what they can, nothing. I never seen them kill in the thing. And then she meets Hyo Chang-myung. Yeah. I'll just call him Ko. You could tell that they fall in love because there was like, you see them with the drink, with her symbol. There was a lot of stuff. Oh, and how they met. Her parents died. And the father and Yunwoo, they pick her up and they take care of her until I think her dad passed away. But at the meeting, she did this. And like, full moon? I'm like, aww. But she gets like creeped out because she sees like the reincarnation of, I guess, her enemy. It's Mira, and that's Kuja-san, ex-girlfriend. And she's like that. No, but oh my God, this woman uses him. She owes him a debt. He doesn't like money. He doesn't want nothing to do with her because he has feelings for Chang Mao. There's a lot of the ghost things, but I'll tell you a couple that I liked. The one was where they're trying to get him out. They don't want him as a Chibinim. They don't want him as manager. They're trying to pick another manager. They want him to go to room 13. He goes there. They're all like, oh, this might work. And what happened was, Mangwal goes there and tries to save him. She does. But the ghost, the evil spirit, is out. And then they're trying to get out, like, oh, they're trying to find this evil spirit. And then we find out the evil spirit's story, her grudge. She committed suicide because there was a video of her going around when she was alive. I don't know if it was SA or the dude was being perverted or what it seemed like it was that. It seemed like because he put a secret camera, knocked her out, and I think yeah. So what happens, she's going down a list that she knows, and she's posting a video as her and the ghost, like, do you like it? And she kills them. I think she killed like 3 people, and Grim Reaper and, Dark Angel God, they want her dead. So what happened was, the guy that actually posted the video, they found him, he's living good. He's a jerk, and he's living the high life. He's living good and all that, and everyone like, oh. So they tricked him. He admitted it, but the thing is, he's like, which girls? And then he finally remembered. No, because the thing is, she can't do anything, because if she does something, I don't think she becomes a bad. I think she does probably become. I don't know. She becomes an evil spirit, but I think she has some consequences if she did something to him. No, she left. The thing is, she planted his car on the train tracks. So he's like, he pushes on the gas. The car's not moving. He's like, what the hell? Now you see the archangel of death. You see God there. Like, she got pissed. God was like, how many women? Pfft, he died. I was like, justice. And then later we find out that he had a lot of flush money and he had a lot of legal content uploaded. It started coming to light. And then she took a picture in his office about a sunflower field. And she's like, oh, Tonya! She's like, that's my money. Oh, let me tell you something. She is obsessed with money and everything, jewels. And let's talk about her fashion. Every episode, knockout, smoke show, whatever you want. Woo, fashionable, sexy, beautiful. Kyopta, yepo, ayu. They know how to dress. Whoever the stylist, I hope they got an award for that or something, because that was every episode. It was incredible. She looked beautiful. But it's just funny because now Kuja-san is like, we need to look at your finances. You need to sell. You need to sell some of your cars. No! And then it was funny because she meets Sanchez. He owns a pizza place. And he's like, can you sell these horses I have in Qatar? Oh my gosh, what else does she have of assets? Because I'm going to go through this part. I'm going to go because she fires him because the thing is she doesn't want him to get hurt because she thinks she has to kill him or something like that. So what happened was they moved Hotel de Luna to another place, and he goes to the old property by trying to sell it, and then the realtor is there and he throws her under the bus. What about the inheritance tax? Oh, the thing is, after all the tax is done, she's not going to make a profit. I was like, ooh, Kuja-san, you little vixen. Or whatever, you smarty mofo. I was like, damn. No, because there's stuff like that. Even here. Like you sell a property or like you got it from like your grandparents or something like that. Inheritance tax, the transfer tax. Oh, so many taxes. I'm like, oh, it should be outlawed. We need to start some new laws. So this one was crazy because this is like near the end. I think this was like 4 episodes. There's a serial killer. And Yuna, she sees a ghost back of the car because they're going to the new Hotel de Luna. She sees it, and the thing is, she saw a lot of bodies, and she took them back to the hotel, and they're like, these guys were murdered by the same person. And they gave a hot tip, but the thing is, now the detective is the reincarnation of Yunwo. And she's like, she can't take it. She's kind of like hurt, but then she's like, taking it in. No, but that's what they're finding, and the thing is, there's this guy. He's crazy. Ji-won. Ji-won is a serial killer. He's killed like I think 7 people. And she follows him. She got the license plates, and the next time she sees him, she really follows him. Well, she told Mangwal, and he's like, "Wah, come on, stop looking into it like that." Like no, because it's on TV, and then he's not really nervous, but he does destroy all the keepsakes. He puts them in a fire. That was it. Mira, she has like a class reunion because all of them went to Boston or Harvard or something. He comes. Sanchez, this is his place. He doesn't like him, and then we find out why in one of the episodes. This fool started a rumor about some girl or something like that I forgot what it was. Like, I guess the rich don't have to do it. No, but the rumor was so bad, Sanchez was having a hard time. And then this idiot put in a box a gun. No, because they had a bet. Would he kill himself? Yes or no? And he's like, hey, don't worry. I bet that you won't do it. Really? And you send him a box with a gun to do it, and then you see Kuja-san, like. And then he said, since that day, he's always not been nice to him, but consoling him, been a friend. And he was able to get through those years. And then he goes and confronts Ji-won. And he's like, all you rich people think you're the same and all that. Oh, really? How about if I tell your daddy? Oh, he got scared. He's one of those. I don't know if he's rich, but I think his dad has all the influence and thing right there, or his dad would do something to him, like put him in a psych ward or something, or maybe beat him. But yeah, when he said like, "Oh, just tell your dad everything you're doing," he's like, and then I think he left and went back to Korea. I was like, ooh, he scared him straight. So what happens now? Yuna, she follows him. Then she calls Kuja-san. She knows, he knows who he is because she drew a picture. Like, I know him. It's right there. Yep, he's not even hiding it. He has like a hypodermic needle behind his back. He's ready to put him to sleep. He fights him, and then it gets crazy because of the evil editors. Whoo! So the thing is, there's hospitals there. I mean, there's an ambulance there, and then Yuna's crying like, oh, Kuja-san, like, you know, like he's dead, and they're all like sad, like. And then he comes in the elevator, and I'm like, is he part of the dead? Is he a ghost? Kushin? No, because they're all right there, like, oh my god. They're all sad because they're like, now he's a guest of the hotel. And then you see Mangwon like, touches his chest, he's alive. And then, oh my god, you saw her so, like, I can't sack ya. Like, can't sack ya. Oh, like, oh my god. Damn, she was at the bellhop, the young one. No, because Mr. Kim and Miss Che were all freaking like, or should I say Choi? I don't know. I'm used to both. But it was just like, you see them all like, no. And then they're like, oh, no, I'm alive, I'm alive. He's arrested. Yeah, no. And here's the next story. He does get arrested. He cut himself. It wasn't life-threatening. He becomes a ghost. But before that, he posts something. He blames Kuja-san for everything. And because of that, all the anger and the riff and the guilt and the grudge becomes his grudge. No, because Changma was ready to vanquish his spirit. He becomes an evil spirit. And then he's like running. Like, you know, he's hiding in the shadows. And that's how the Grim Reaper was like helping, like, I need to get him too. No, but they do trick him because she had like an old pin, because the thing is now they go more into her past where we see that the one she likes, Ko, betrayed them. But we also saw in another more dream where he told Youngwoo, I have to betray you because they're onto me. And I'm like, oh, well, he didn't want to, but he's like, at least let her live and then be a traitor. I was like, ooh. No, but the thing is, what happened was she kills the reincarnation of me, and then they fight. He lets her. He's like, no, but the thing is, he forced the knife into him and said something I forgot. It was something, and then I was like, damn. I mean, the thing is, she loved him. Like, loved. You can tell, like, yeah. No, because she waited for him 1,300 years. So, now I'm going to talk about 3 stories. Mr. Kim, Miss Che, and the bellhop. So I'm going to start with Mr. Kim. He was a scholar back in the Chosun area. Choha or Peha. I forgot which one. No, his name was not defiled, but what do you call that? In shame. People were lying about his works. And then there's a lot of works everyone read. He's like, oh, they were from unknown writers. I wrote them. He was like, oh. Everyone was like, oh my god. So what happens, they have this writer. He wants to write a book about him, talking about his perversions. But he's like, that's a lie. So there's another writer that hasn't finished a book. He wants to finish his novel and then go to heaven. So what happens, they talk to the publisher and they saw his ghost. He's like, ah! And then he goes back to his team. It's gonna be a hit! Oh, like, wow. No, so what happened was, he gets his, I wouldn't say grudge, but it's resolved because he tells his side of the story, and it's like fiction, but the thing is, everything gets told. So, the writer that wrote his last book, he goes happy. The one that wrote his first time novel, he goes to heaven. And then, now he crosses over. I was like, oh my god! Mr. Kim! But now, it's the bellhop. Jihyun. He waited 70 years for his little sister to pass away so he can cross over. But Yuna, she's sad because she likes him. They're a couple. But she bids him farewell. His story is it was mistaken. It was by mistake he got killed because there was a war. His friend was a soldier but a deserter. Took his name and everything. Took care of his sister because she went blind during the war. And what happened was he told him to change the outfit because Ji-Hoon had his school outfit. So they were fighting. He's like, my sister's medicine's in there. He falls down, accidentally pulls the trigger and kills him. He's like, I'm sorry, it was an accident. He's like, take care of her. He does until her last breath. And then finally, when they met, I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? The heartstrings. Yeah, you see, she's little sister version, no, because you saw her. She's passed away, and then she hears her brother calling her, like, I'm coming. And then I'm like, oh. They cross, and the next thing you know, Yuna's there. He was waiting for her. She has a bouquet of flowers. It's okay, take care. And then he goes, and I'm like, one by one, everyone's leaving Hotel de Luna. No, because that's the one thing that I forgot to say. The flower god said, when the petals and the tree wilts, that is your time to cross over, to finally go to the underworld. And she saw it and she was like, mm-hmm. She knew what was happening. No, because the thing is, he brought all that happiness. The tree represented her falling in love again. And she did. She fell hard. So did he. Because he didn't want her to leave. But he knew that her time was coming. So now, Mrs. Choi, ooh, Mrs. Che, damn, she had a resolve. Okay, hers was messed up. She was killed because some shaman told her first husband, she was married to a highborn family. They said, your wife, daughter, his daughter too, the baby needs to be killed, or else you will not have any children in the next line, because he had another wife. He did it. Yep, both. First he took the baby, and then they starved the baby for days, and then they killed her. And it was no, but what happens years later, the family, her grave's there, they want to move her daughter's grave, and she almost killed them. She almost became an evil spirit because of that. Well, the curse she wanted to put on them, she wanted to leave until she knew that the family line was extinct. So what happened was, the last one, he goes there and she's like, yes, I can finally cross over the bloodline's over. No, he had a baby out of wedlock. She's like, no. So what happened was the mother is pregnant. I think she's a pharmacist. She's in pain, and she's like, she doesn't want to help because she wants the bloodline to die. She helps. And it was cool. No, and then she has a talk with the woman. And then there's one part like, where are you from? The Chosun era? No. Whatever this baby is, boy or girl, they will have my name, my bloodline. And she was crying. I'm like, oh my God. No, because it's going to end. No more of whatever, I think it was Yoon or whatever. It's going to be this mother's, her line. It's going to be her family. And then she went. And I'm like, oh, Mrs. Chan, I'm going to miss you. And yeah, all of them left. And then the last one was Chung Man-won. Hers was bittersweet because there was one where, okay, they knew they didn't have a lot of time, but he wanted to see a winter with her. So he asked, I forgot the Cupid god, like, just speed up time to see winter so I got to be with her. And it was so beautiful. It was so cool. I'm like, oh. You can see it right there. They're in love. She doesn't want to leave. She wants to be there. He doesn't want to leave. Well, he does leave, but goes to another hotel for real work. And right there, I was like, yeah. It was a sad moment. No, I mean, you could see him like, his heart is distraught. And then you can see her, she's kind of been waiting for this for like 1,300 years. Because the way she's smiling, she's like welcoming it with her flower, because everyone that crosses over, they get a flower. And she's walking, and then it fades. No, but the thing is, they talk about reincarnation, and they talked about one part where they said, I hope in one of the lives we meet each other again. That's where I get confused, okay? The ending. Is it a different reincarnation? Because all of them are there, right there. You see Mr. Choi with a dog. You see Mr. Kim running. You see the bellhop young, in school. And then you see them right there. I'm like, he's like, what took you so long? I'm like, oh, this is one of those where it just clicked, the reincarnation. He's like, I've been waiting for you. It was confusing. I was like, but the thing is, even if it's like a memory or like a fantasy dream scene, I'm like, okay, they're together at least. Kind of reminded me of Final Fantasy 15, where no, they were together in some moments, but they weren't really together because she died. And then you see the new owner of Hotel Blue Moon. I know some people are like, oh my God, Kim So-yeon! And I was like, back then in 2019, we ain't getting no second season. I'm like, shoot, we haven't even got Scarlet Moon. Oh, that was another one. He was there for a little bit. He plays the Exorcist, the lead of that one. Yeah, I'm like, we never got no second season. It was supposed to happen, but I don't know, writers, whatever. But we do get second seasons of some dramas now, sometimes. So I'm like, we have progressed finally. No, because there's some dramas I'm like, they could have had another season. Those were the moments I liked from this. It was good. Hotel de Luna, I loved it. Yep. All right, please comment, rate, subscribe.